To welcome everybody, Jamie Thomas and
Sara Jones
from Wayapa Work HQ, and today we're going to talk about a topic that we've covered a little bit before, but Sarah's taking it a little bit further. So Sarah, do you want to tell us about what it is and what are you doing and why?
Yes, I decided to do a 48-hour fast.
She's just
I just finished.
She just had a feed, so she's just trying to kick it in.
And I did it because we've been practicing a bit of intermittent fasting, and coming up to the new moon cycle, the first one for the year, which included a solar eclipse this morning. I thought that it would be a really good reset to start a new calendar year, and I also thought that it was going to be there's a number of reasons why I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it for my own health, but also because I'm starting to become a lot more conscious about my eating and wastage of food going into the new year. That's one of my things that I'm going to focus on.
Nice. Yes, I didn't do it. I was eating up all the food in the fridge, so I don't waste it. Doing my part in preserving the planet. So, how have you found it? And we had a walk this morning, and you were talking about some of the elements elements of Wayapa, of how you can associate with different parts of your life. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about that? How have you found the 48 hours while I've been cooking up beautiful big meals and eating Christmas pudding left over, as you can tell. I need to fast for a couple of months. But,
we practice Wayapa in so many ways, and I was really thinking about I guess Wayapa element number 10 the kangaroo, with self-care. Because I really wanted to start, our working calendar year, going into it with extra self-care, because it's just so important for our health and well-being that we're making sure that we practice what we preach. And I also was thinking about element number 3, the moon. Because it was a new moon, and it's really important. I've been doing some more and more reading about the moon, and yesterday was the dark moon, and it's a really good time for releasing before you go into the new moon cycle. And so I started my 48-hour fast yesterday, and I also wanted to do that whole reset and release, but also wanted to then go into the start of the new cycle of saying, yes, this is what my plan is for the new moon, is element number 9, the air element, to think of the big picture, because the air element is always about gaining a greater perspective or a different perspective and looking at the bigger picture. And so for me, the bigger picture is the consumption of meat and food and all of the wastage. I was reading some horrific stats about the amount of wastage, food wastage, that contributes to the climate crisis and to everything that's happening in the environment. So I wanted to start the new year being much more conscious with that, or the new moon cycle being much more conscious of that, but also about the bigger picture of how I was wanting to start around well-being.
Because I think that's one of the things that I think as we have conversations about Wayapa is that, we always talk about fossil fuels. Now food is becoming a really big, there's a lot of awareness around the consumption of food, but also the wastage of food, how food is growing, cutting back on meat, going plant-based, all these different ways that you can be Wayapa when you actually think about our interaction with the environment. And then there's also the clothing industry, the textile industry as well has an impact on the environment. So, all different aspects, I suppose, of Wayapa can be taken into all our everyday things. And I think those 3 examples that you've given of the 14 elements, there's probably more than just the 3 if we really delved right into them. that there's, the 14 elements that we talk about and teach with Wayapa resonate with all parts of our life in some way, because it's that Wayapa, that connection that we have to everything that we consume, to everything that we materialise, to everything that we are a part of. So I think that, I think that's a really good retrospective view of how you've seen your fasting and the benefits of those fastings, not just for yourself, resetting your body, but also the benefits it has on the planet as well.
Yeah.
Because you're reducing your food intake.
Well, again, Wayapa is always about accountability and responsibility. And, you always constantly have to say, well, what more can I do to help lessen my impact on Mother Earth?
Yeah.
So
awesome. So
yes, but geez, it was hard.
I suppose we got hard with me eating around, Joe.
It was harder with you eating around because you only managed to make however many
22 hours.
22 hours.
22.
He was supposed to be doing it 48 hours, but no good.
Look, in all fairness, you've been doing it a little bit more than me,
a bit more consistently.
You're a little bit more sort of seasoned, ready to go.
Yes,
so yeah, look, I definitely want to work up to a 72 hour.
I was contemplating
3-day reset,
doing a 72. But
yeah, there's been a lot of studies around the benefits of 3-day fasting, resetting glycogen levels,
resetting a lot of
white
different
blood cell
things.
count, resetting your whole body basically.
Yep.
So
hormone levels.
there's some great stuff floating around, but seek your doctor's advice if you get worried about it.
Yeah.
I don't. I just go straight. But you should though. Seek medical advice before you do anything like that. So.
And I think you always have to keep monitoring it. And definitely there was peaks and troughs. And actually that reminds me of another thing I went into last night's sleep going, oh my God, how am I going to survive another 24 hours? And then yet I woke up this morning reflecting on the fact of how much food do we really need compared to how much we want. And that was a really good meditation for me to start the day with, thinking about that, because I think so much of it is in our mind of how much we want, but also about everything is so much done around food. I found I had to remove myself from conversations with you because you were eating, and I actually had to isolate myself to the last couple of days because the social aspect of eating as well. So I think that it's a really it's good conversations to have. It's a good conversation starter about how much we need compared to how much we want with food.
Absolutely. And I think that, there are a lot of societies, food-based societies or cultures that break bread and share stories and things like that. But I think that there's also other ways you can do that as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be around a big feed. Even though I cooked up a big seafood feed the other night.
Which I enjoyed.
Which you enjoyed. But it looked like a lot, but it was a lot of greenery under there. It looked like more than it was. She's put the oysters and the scallops and a bit of fish, all bone. But what I'm saying is that, I think that there's a lot. When you actually look at your whole life over the course of 24 hours, how much do we need?
Yeah.
How many calories do you need to survive? Yeah. As opposed to how much you want.
I think one of the other...
I've been wanting a lot lately, and I've probably just cut back to my needs. Been good today though.
I think one of the other really important aspects that came out for me during the last 48 hours was a really deep appreciation of the fact that, one, of food in general, of all of the amazing stuff that Mother Earth and farmers and provides to us,
where it comes from,
and the other thing of how much gratitude that I was having a choice to actually fast rather than
people who are starving
around the world. So it was deep gratitude that I was also practicing over the last 2 days.
Great. Alright, I hope this video has shone some light onto different aspects of your life, of how you can connect to Wayapa through things like fasting, things being mindful eating, consumer driven as to where you get your food from, organically grown, and the difference between needs and wants, and actually looking at how we can better take care of the earth by just our daily interaction. So thanks for sharing your story, Sarah. Making out that she's a yes here. Alright guys, we'll see you all soon for the next video. Buruk and Yanabi.
See ya.